Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Good evening, good morning. It is 12:01 a.m. here in Vermont. Hi, everybody. Greetings again from cold Colorado. Yes, it's pretty cold here too. Nice to see everybody. Yeah, so this is True Midnight Musings because it's actually midnight here where I am. And I didn't do a morning musings this morning because I had the amazing Liz Gale, Liz Gale Gale, or Liz Boots Gale, as I like to call her now. I call her Boots because these boots are made for walking all over Scientology. And yeah, so here we are. Hello. See people coming in. And tomorrow morning, just as a surprise, I won't be doing morning musings tomorrow either. So I thought I would do a midnight musings here. And tomorrow, the reason I'm not doing morning musings is because I'm going to be streaming with Relatable Reese. So I'm really excited about that. That was just sure luck of the draw. She texted me and we both had tomorrow free. So yeah, so that'll be super fun. And I'm going to do the Ask an SP with her. And we had talked about different aspects of like shaming, like slut shaming, just shaming. And my cult had its form of it, and obviously hers did as well. And the out 2D thing and all that stuff. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about just being liberated and being ourselves. And so I'd been thinking about that as well. And then tonight I got some news that I was watching. Which Chris was it? I think it was Confident Chris, and he was saying that, and I said, I think I saw this on Aaron's stream as well. He was saying that, uh, oh, sorry, I get them all confused. Streets. That what is his name? William. I always forget. Good. The Y is good, right? And Jessica had been shut down on TikTok. They took their TikToks down. That TikTok shut them down, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. It was just awful. I mean, I'm glad they still have their backup. They have their YouTube, which they've been using, and so far, YouTube isn't censoring a lot of language or a lot of things that I guess TikTok does. And I guess I can understand it because TikTok does have a younger crowd. There's a lot of kids on there, so I can understand it. And I have some different thoughts. I kind of came up with my thumbnail, and the title is Censorship. When does it go too far? Because sometimes censorship is necessary and good. You don't want kids to be exposed to things that they shouldn't be. You don't want people inciting, violence and riots and threatening people, and like Aaron was threatened, So yeah, that makes sense. But also, there's censorship that goes too far, and it's very wrong. And there's people have First Amendment rights, and the five major right. I'm gonna make sure I get this right because I don't want to misspeak. I have been I'm under the microscope, guys. I'm under the microscope. um this dumb blonde has been by the way, my new name is Monica. My new name is Monica. This girl Monica here doesn't use context or explain things and stuff. So I'm going to really try to do that. And if you have a comment or a question, if you can just put comment or question, and make sure you let me know what you're talking about, because I guess I go into people's conversations and I make assumptions sometimes, which I think I have. So I'm going to try to correct that. But anyways, the First Amendment are your rights to freedom of religion, speech, freedom of press, freedom of assembly, and freedom of petition. So, we can take each one of those if you want. We've got freedom of religion. I think that freedom of religion is good. It means that that no con- that basically the United States can't declare one religion as the true religion. And you have freedom of religion and you have freedom to not have a religion. You have freedom of whatever religion that you want to have. But in Scientology's case, they're abusing people. So they can have freedom of religion, but they can't have freedom to break the law, the laws of the land, and abuse and kidnap and traffic and basically torture people, starve them, throw them in these fake prison, fake prisons and all that. So that's what we're not coming against their quote beliefs. We're not coming against their religion. We're coming against their practices and their abuse. So, and you all know that anyways. So, yeah, there's so many things I wanted to touch on, but I want to say hi to you guys. So glad you're here. We've got oh wow, we got Laura Font. Hey. And I'm gonna start this one from Barbara. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Hey Barbara. Hey Sophia. Great to see you. Hello, Joel. Hello out there. Hello. Yeah, I started late. I messed up my time here, and I got thrown off by the fact that I won't be doing morning musings tomorrow. So, my friend Peggy, who you've seen many times on my streams, and she's one of the moderators. She's also Stars Questions. She did today for my stream with Liz, and she has a great channel. It's Clarity in Chaos, I think underscore Peggy. And if anybody's in here that knows what her channel is, if you could put the link. Oh, actually, I did. I put the link up at the top there. So, and we got Degraded Daughters with Alicia, sweetie. Workaholic Panda. I saw somebody was crocheting or doing yarn. Oh, here she is. Sin K. Hi, everyone. I'm sitting here making yarn cakes out of my extra yarn. Excited and waiting. Yay. I really get to see a whole live. Good. I'm so glad you're here. Susan P. Great to see you. Pause for Andrea. Yeah. What are yarn cakes? I always try to put them into balls. I'm not sure if that's the same thing, but hey, babe. Hey, Summer Savage. Great to see you. Michelle. Oh, we got Feral Cheryl. Oh, my goodness. So good to see you all. And we've got Cricket, Boots, yes. I asked Liz, I was like, "Is it okay if I call you Boots? I just think it's cute." And she's like, "I always wanted a nickname, sure." Tamber June, hey, good to see you. Jenmin, hey Jenmin, thanks for coming. Violet L. Oh, here she is. She's howdy doody, fresh and fruity. Yeah, I'm pretty fruity myself, actually. Good to see you, Barb. Thanks for being here. Cinderella Way, great to see you. Ms. Sunrise Dawn, hi from North Georgia. Linky Lou, hello, hello. Hello, hello. There she is, Peggy. Great stream, Peggy. I loved it. When my kids were little, I didn't censor music because it's a form of freedom of speech, but I didn't let them watch SpongeBob for a while because an article said it caused ADHD. Oh, well, you were just doing what was, yeah, I think it caused my ADHD. My kids used to watch that and I was like, oh my goodness, yeah, very little overstimulating. Pause for Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Marilyn Rose, I'll be listening on my iPad until I fall asleep and we'll watch the rest on replay. Good night. Good night. Thanks for coming in. And I hope I'm not too loud for you so you can fall asleep. Sophia, are common sense restrictions censorships though? Yeah, I don't know. I can read the definition. I had it up. Um, they okay. I have a couple of different ones. It says censorship, and this is from the Oxford Dictionary. The suppression or prohibition of any parts of books, films, news, etc., that are considered obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to security. And then They have, you know, a sentence, the regulation imposes censorship on all media. Censorship blocks something from being read, heard, or seen. If you've ever heard the sound of beeping when someone is speaking on television, that's censorship. So to censor is to review something and choose to remove or hide parts of it that are considered unacceptable. Strict censorship ensures that any rumors of friction uh, disappear at once. Press censorship has been relaxed. Okay, press censorship. I just reading a bunch of different um, things. I did see a part. Okay, here it is. The First Amendment protects against censorship imposed by law, but does not protect against corporate censorship, the restraint of speech of spokespersons, employees, or business associates by threatening monetary loss, loss of employment, or loss of access to the marketplace. And that's when you're getting into things like NDA, you know, non-disclosure agreements and things like that. Yeah, there's different types of censorship, but you know, based on the First Amendment, you have right to free speech, um, freedom of press, freedom of assembly, and we're seeing some of those things with, you know, with the audits in front of the testing center in LA, is that they have freedom of assembly, they have freedom to stand there and on a public street with cameras, and they have freedom of speech. You know, again, that limits it to not, you know, threatening people or, I guess with TikTok, you know, they do have, rules against profanity and things like that, so Joel, the First Amendment is first for a reason. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sue Moss. Hey, Sue. Hi, Marilyn. It's your third video I've watched today. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. And thank you for coming. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen your name before. Oh, Cinderella. I think it's because of the music being played at the testing center and copyrighted music, which is silly. Yeah. I was really glad that, Kelly had the, you know, forethought to when she did her, compilations of videos, she took the music away and she has 2 versions. She has the version that she's been presenting, you know, the finished product tonight on her channel. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I just gotta get some water. But she also has the video that she compiled herself and gives, you know, all the creators credit on the screen for each clip, but she took the music out and just left it silent so that, you know, you get the background noise of people talking and yelling and things, but that's just amazing that you can splice the music out. And the reason she did that because even if the streams were demonetized on YouTube, Beyonce or whoever was singing, I think it was one of the songs was Beyonce, she could decide that she didn't want those videos associated with her because it was Scientology. You know, she wanted to distance herself and she could have them taken down. Because when you have a copyright claim on YouTube, you share the monetization royalties or whatever they call it. Oh, there she is, Alicia. Hey, honey. Feral freaking Cheryl. Hey. That's why I like going on at night too, sometimes because then I see more peeps like Alicia. Not the hell. Hey, Monica. Oh, thank you. Yes, my new name is Monica. Apparently, I you know, interrupt people and talk over them and I don't provide context and I don't explain things. So that's Monica. That's me. That's me. I just said I think it's funny. I think it's, you know, I own it, you know. If you can't beat them, join them. Okay, balls. You just wanted to make me say balls. Speaking of balls, you know, one of my viewers asked if I could crochet and talk at the same time. I can if I don't have to count. And I've got I've got 3 rainbow Rodneys going and 2 more of the golden Rodneys, and I'm at the kind of sewing embroidery stage, kind of the finishing touches, so it would be really awkward for me to try to do that while I'm talking, but, yeah, that's what I made 6, balls and stuffed them and, finishing sewing those and doing the little face 'cause, Rodney just has I think he just has the cutest the sweetest little smile, sweetest face, just like, "Hi, I'm happy to see you." I did do one with a mustache, if anyone hadn't seen that one, that was fun. Yep, balls. The kids have Duncan saying balls if, like instead of like, "Oh, damn," he'll go, "Oh, balls," and I'm like, "You sound like the kids." This is so funny. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody so far. I'll keep going down. Great to see you all. I'm knitting all the crafting up in this piece. Yes, I love it. I love it. And, I've been so tired these nights. I'm really trying to stay up for the dirty stay ups on Cricket's channel, and, I'll see if I can make it tonight. Were you on last night? Because I waited and waited and you didn't come on. I think I waited pretty late, but that's okay. You deserve a night off. Oh, Shula. Hey. Hey, Shula G. Great to see you. Currently, I'm knitting as well. Owly socks with eyes that are beads. Oh, I bet those are so cute. Willy Weed. I must confess. Still watch SpongeBob when I'm really high. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Ed, who's so you know how I have all these holes in my knowledge of uh pop culture. My kids tease me for it a lot. I also didn't want them to watch Ed, and Eddie and Courage. I don't remember that one. Right. Yeah, my kids point out things like that too, like weird stuff that I would let them do, and then not so, bad stuff that I wouldn't let them do. I don't know. Oh, especially when we were in the CULT, that C word, you know. TikTok are very strict. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Yeah. Hey, hi Marilyn, you rock. Good golly, Miss Smollett. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Oh, Pat. Oh, hey. Good to see everybody. Willie, we still don't know what caused the US government to take away their status in 67, so we can repeat it. Yes, let's do it. Get it done. Yeah, that would be one big step. Absolutely. Sumas, which one of the creators or anyone else is perfect? Some people are ridiculous and love to pick at anything. Yeah, well, people are people, right? People are people. Donna, hey Donna, Donna Stephenson, great to see you. Yeah. Dickie has a porn star. Yes, I did make one with yes, and, it was a special order, and it was instead of the 18-ish 18 inches, I think he's like this one's like 17 and something, and, those 'cause I was trying to fit it I have, like, a bunch of boxes that I bought, like, a whole stack of boxes, and I needed to make it just short of 18 inches to have them fit, and, the one that was ordered was a two-footer, a big old Rodney, from somebody that wanted it 24 inches and with a mustache, and with instead of the TV letters being red, they needed to be, like, hot pink, so, like, "Yep, alrighty, we did it." Oh, you deserve a night off, honey. You deserve a night off. Did I remember to take my night meds? I think I did. I think you trained me. Because I tell you, some nights I would have forgotten to take my night meds if it wasn't for cricket. Yeah, I bet you got a lot going on. Mhm. Yeah, life happens, right? Life goes on, and that's for sure. Yeah. Tamara June's on the West Coast, and even I am sleepy. Yeah. Oh, Pat, oh, I hope you feel better. Yeah. Your phone autocorrects. Oh, what did you say? Pat, come on down. I saw you tonight, Feral Cheryl, like, on the loose. in Clearwater, Florida. That was great. Oh, hey, Amy SP. Hey, great to see you. Great to see you. And we've got Holly Brew. Hello, hello. Oh my god. Carrie Plage. I must ask you a question. Yes, what's your I must ask. Oh my god. Now I'm thinking of, like, Freddie Mercury or something. I do love his voice. I think my all-time favorite male singer is Freddie Mercury, and female, probably Whitney Houston. You can tell I'm from the '80s, right? Because I always used to sneak and listen to, 70s and '80s music all the time. I must ask you a question. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so I have this thing that just is rising up in me. I think I'm inspired by all of, the protests and the effort to get um the two Liz's and Alicia and um who else is going? Why am I having brain farts tonight? Oh, Nora. And I forgot to put it on the description of this video, but I will later. But the one I did with Liz Gale this morning, if you go in there, there's all the links to Liz Ferris, Liz Gale, Alicia, and Nora, all of their Venmos and PayPals. If anybody wants to, no pressure, but if anybody wants to help, they are going down to LA together sometime in February, I think late February. And yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm totally going to be rooting for them and watching that. And I'm really excited. Really excited. Nerd Report did a live on it today as well as someone else. Crap, I can't remember who. Let me check. I did see part of Nerd Report. And then when I was watching Aaron, I saw a bunch of them come in the chat. That was really cool. It was funny. Oh yeah, that would be great, Peggy. If you could go, I'm gonna get myself there. Keep saying this time I'm doing it. Well, you've got, a few weeks, so yeah. Those kids are gonna love Nora. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm so excited. Yeah. I love the momentum, and I think they're doing it in the right way. I don't agree, and none of the main TikTokers have done this that I've seen or heard, but there are people that, call names and do go a little bit overboard, which I don't agree with, but, um, I kind of feel like, there's a balance, and, it's free speech. So, I feel like even, Streets and Hellcat and all that, they can't really, censor people. So Kelly Copter, yes, she did a video tonight. I was in backstage with her. She showed some footage from, other protests where Scientology had set people up to get attacked and to retaliate so that they could turn it on the protesters. And she even had shared a personal story of her own father, being hired or coerced or persuaded by OSA, and he was a public Scientologist to cause trouble and to be like a plant in order to set the protesters up to be arrested. So it's definitely a thing. And I smell a rat. I really do. I think that the way it went down, and as the footage is coming in from different sources, and Kelly spent um tons of hours. I know, because she's been checking in with me, and she's like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And she loves doing it, and she does a fantastic job, but she's put a lot of work into it. And I didn't see it myself. I'd rather not even look, but there's a certain social media server that claims to be associated with SPTV, which is fine. Anybody can say they're SPTV. That was, kind of tearing her down for her work down, and she doesn't give a shit. So it's like, whatever. That's it. That's free speech, right? I'm not censoring anybody. I don't I don't think that if somebody says something in public, and that's something I want to get into, is that I don't feel like I owe anyone the favor of not calling out their bullshit if they're coming after somebody I care about, especially if it's in public. Um, Most of the time I don't bother. Most of the time I'm just like, whatever, who cares? But there comes a time when I feel like there's like a bit of responsibility for informed consent. And I think sometimes people need to know if they're being lied to or grifted or attacked. So yeah. And I want to go into a little Bible lesson because I'll be honest, guys. I've done a lot of this since I've had my channel, looking up different concepts and different things in the real world that people just tend to like normies, like my friend Peggy there, just tend to like know by being out in the world. But if you've been in a cult for decades, sometimes you don't know the meanings of just normal words. Sometimes you don't really know how to conduct yourself. And it takes like some vulnerability and some humility to actually want to learn, and to learn from mistakes. And I feel like I'm still in that phase, and so I want to do like a little deep dive on a certain word that's not, again, censorship doesn't necessarily always have to be bad. It does have a bad connotation a lot of times because you don't want to be censored. But I can understand where sometimes it would be necessary. But again, it can be taken too far, and it can, go off the rails, and we don't want our freedoms taken away. So please pause for stand by for a drink of water. Yeah. So my title here was censorship. When does it go too far? And my thumbnail, I put, and the censorship, I was mostly referring to the censorship on TikTok of the TikTokers, right? I don't know if we're gonna still call them the TikTokers. I know they're also called the Squirrel Squad, which I love an alliteration. I think that's really cool. But the other part of it on my thumbnail, I put another little play on words, a little rhyme. Keep sweet and be discreet. Now, keep sweet, you might think of keep sweet as keep sweet, pray and obey, which was the title of the documentary that basically exposed the FLDS with Warren Jeffs and the child SA and all the wives and the children being taken away, and then given back, and the raids and all the oppression. It was just awful, awful, awful. But they were told to keep sweet, pray and obey, right? And we had a version of that in my cult, and even growing up. And it was, I'm not attacking Christianity, but I'm just talking about, fundamentalism, fundamental Christianity, taking a Bible verse and taking it literally, totally literally. And this word discreet. Okay. Now, in the real world, discreet isn't a bad word really for the most part, right? It just means using discretion, being sensible, being like trustworthy where you can be discreet. Like say you're in a new relationship and you don't want to tell the whole world. You're like, "Hey, can we be discreet about this?" Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with not, like I I'm good at keeping secrets with my friends. Um and sometimes I even keep it from myself because I forget. But so I would never do that even with falling out with friendships. I wouldn't, go around just blasting them and telling their deepest darkest secrets that they've told me. But if something happens in public and somebody really steps out of line and is deceiving people or doing something, there comes a time after probably many, many, many months where, yeah, I feel like sometimes I speak about it, and this has happened in this space, and I have quite a few, and I'm not like being like, oh, if you only knew, but I'm not sharing, private texts or emails or things that people have confided in me. No, I'm not. But if somebody says something on a stream, and that's why, someone said, I think in Patty's stream that they had a blog or something and were afraid that what they say in public might come back at them. That can happen. That can happen. And I've had to retract some things, and I'm totally willing to do that. I really, um I have made a lot of corrections, and I have taken constructive criticism. And I didn't want to just push things aside when someone tells me something. So somebody, nicely, well, several times, several people said to me this week that they had an issue with some of the things I say in public, and that I need to be more discreet. For me, and that was really not probably a bad thing to say, in most contexts, uh, just because discreet is a trigger word for me. Not anybody's fault. It's not anybody's fault that discreet is a trigger word, but I'll explain why, because I'm transparent with you guys, and like I said, I'm working through these things with you all, in front of you all, and you're referring to the don't air you're referring to the don't air dirty laundry idea of right. No, I'm not. Yeah. Like what I'm saying is that that's really what it means, but I don't think I'm airing dirty laundry if it's something that's happened in public. So no, I don't think that I have been indiscreet, although I'm being accused of that. Um, so I'm just kind of like throwing this out there to you guys. The definition of discreet in the Bible connotes submission, being quiet, being modest, being subservient. So when I hear the word discreet, um, that's what I'm hearing, and it's not necessarily the person's fault that's saying that to me, but yeah, something in me rises up, and I'll just for reference, because context, just for context, because I want to make sure that I provide context. Let me find it. Sorry, guys. I had a bunch of okay, here it is. Okay. He'll give you a little Bible lesson. And again, this is just literal interpretation, not picking on mainstream Christianity. Okay. Okay, so they're talking about the older women that they may encourage. So this is Titus chapter 2, verse 4 through 4 and 5. Okay, so they're talking about the older women, that the older women may encourage the younger women to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, pure, workers at home, kind, being subject to their own husbands, so that the word of God will not be dishonored. And there's another reference I meant to look up that talks about having a discreet and quiet spirit, or gentle and quiet spirit. There's different translations, um, which is precious in the sight of the Lord. And it basically says women are to be silent. So that's what I think of when I hear the word discreet. But I know it means, having discretion, like viewer discretion advised, to be sensible and honorable, and have integrity. I I really try, like, even though I don't have, moral, traditional, spiritual values, right? I really try to be a good person. I really try to be a good friend. I don't I don't want to hurt people. I don't even want to hurt people that I feel like are hurting others. Although I will speak to the behaviors, right? Um and yeah, and that's basically what I wanted to say, is that I have thought about it, and I don't have this axe to grind. I'm not constantly thinking of ways I can stir up controversy, how I can do like friendly fire, and that's another thing too. There's some phrases being thrown around a lot about family, this being a family, and I do feel like a lot of you are like my family, but because I've chosen you. I don't have to, consider every creator and every person that I don't agree with my family on this space. No, I don't, and I don't have to, and I won't. So there. So they're not the boss of me. Nobody can make me consider everyone, on S that can anyone that calls themselves SBTV is not necessarily my family and not necessarily, on my team. And so, and guys, if you can do me a favor, just don't mention names because, we don't want to be gossiping, all that. But I'm just talking about the concepts right now. But yeah, so I don't remember signing anything. When I signed up for a YouTube channel, I knew, that I wanted to be, part of this community, this what do you call it, like movement. But I didn't sign anything saying that a code of conduct, except for YouTube guidelines, that I wasn't going to ever, um, you know, criticize or say the truth of what I felt about even possibly another creator. I don't look for it. I don't, unfortunately, some of the people that I have issue with, I feel like kind of brought it on themselves. So I don't know. It's like that's right or wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I just need to be true to myself. I just need to be true to myself. And no, I'm not gonna be submissive and quiet. Um and yeah, sorry, but my burka's in the wash right now. What can I say? What can I say? Um and I don't want to sound like uh like, you know, sexist or anything, but yeah, just take it for what it is. I'm just popping this up because it's right here, from a poet. Discretion to me means thinking before you speak. That's why I usually keep my mouth shut until having something constructive to say. That's good. Yeah, I do think about it. Like, I don't just, come out here. I often have notes. I do have notes, a few notes tonight. When I spoke out about the Discord, I did write notes and I had references and I, right or wrong, whether anybody disagrees with me or not, I felt like it was time to talk about it. I had been quiet about it and I actually went to the creator of Discord and said some of my concerns. So and I went to, I've talked about another creator that I felt like was being dishonest about a certain fundraising effort. And I went to him and that didn't go well. So yeah, I and it's not something that is my common practice. I talk about cults, I talk about relationships, I talk about lots of stuff. I've done streams on just about pets, let's talk about pets. Let's talk about sex. SETS, But for some reason, whenever I dare to point something out, like when you say there's a problem, all of a sudden you become the problem. And I'm sorry, but it doesn't seem like the people that came out from the beginning and kinda laid down the ground rules and the code of conduct and the law are doing that well in this space, I do wanna say this is that, yes, we all have, a goal in mind to see the abuses of Scientology stop. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm not saying that they're doing anything wrong. They can do things their own way. That's fine. I'm not telling them what to do. I'm not telling them how to do it. Just don't tell me how to do it. And one thing that Aaron said, I wish I had pulled up the link. He did a stream about a month ago with, and I just remember one thing that he said. I think it was with Reese. He said, the enemies of my enemies are not necessarily my friends. My friends are my friends. And if I'm going to take advice and direction and correction and criticism from anybody, it's going to be people that I know care about me and that have earned my trust. So that's all I want to say about that. Just like Kelly. And that's how I feel about that. Someone suggested she name her series that because she says that a lot. Like, that's how I feel about that. So I hope. Oh, yes, I did hear some of your poems. Brian, the poet, your poems were great on Reese's Live. I love, yeah. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're on there with Reese. I'll be with Reese tomorrow. She's awesome. She's so much fun. Kelly Copter does amazing video editing. She is amazing. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Oh, yarn cake. Ace and K. Yarn cake is like rolling a ball, but making the top and bottom are flat with a tail. You can pull from the middle? Oh. I gotta look that up. I'm sure it's online, right? I gotta do that because you know what happens is when I roll 'em in a ball and then you start pulling, it bounces away, and then my dogs think they're kitties, and they start batting it around, and then, like yeah, you know that drill. So that's good, I'll have to look that up. Did I miss anybody? Going down, going down. Sorry for the Hey, Laura, I think you popped in. Yeah, trying to get the kids in bed. And thank you for the super chat. It's been hard to always know who is being honest and just messing up versus people who are out and out sneaky. Thanks, Marilyn, for having integrity and speaking truth when asked. I will always tell you the truth. Even to my own detriment, I will always tell you the truth. And if I can't talk about it, there's a reason. But I don't want fear and intimidation to be the reason. I don't want that to be. And so, yeah, if it gets me canceled, if it makes me enemies, I've been through worse. I'm not saying I'm right, and it's fine what anybody wants to do with their channel, they can do that. When we had a certain issue with a certain moderator, and still then, I felt under pressure to go to my creator friends and say, "Hey, you should no," and I refused to do it. I put the information out there and let people make their own decisions after I had, like Poet said, really thought about it for a long time. And I don't take it lightly. And I'm not about canceling anybody. Everybody can do whatever they want. And that's the point. That's my point, is that I'm just saying, guys, back off. Like, don't tell me what to do with my channel. I'm sorry. If I don't have a history with you and we're not really close friends, or people that, watch me all the time, like I've taken some constructive criticism, even from strangers in my comments. I really do. I read every comment and I think about it. And if I see that they're right, I will make changes. I will make changes. So one change I've made is, and it was very valid, is someone who watches my replays and said, hey, and they said it in a little feisty way. It was like, can you cut you cut out with the love bombing and all this because we're replay. So I came up with a compromise. And so I try to get into the meat of what I'm going to say and do like an overview and then go through. And tonight I did go to the chats and say hi, a few minutes after I kind of presented what I was going to say. Sometimes, like if I have screen sharing and like, so I actually did some full on research, I'll do that first and then I'll go in and say hi to people. So, oh yeah, how about moist? Oh yeah, that is a weird word. Ugh, that's a good question. You mean a public on YouTube? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, pseudo public, right? That would be more like, yeah, on the internet. Yeah, it is basically for public view. I mean, my videos are public. And yeah, I think that if people that I've developed, even parasocial relationships are asking me questions about things that they're concerned about, I let them talk about it. And if I feel that it's right and it's not something I just take lightly, that yeah, so right, not like at the grocery store public, but yeah, I mean, this is a public forum. So, oh my goodness, did you have to go there? Yes, moist. Ew, yeah, that is just a icky word. Oh yeah. Good golly, Miss M does not like that word either. Squirrel speed. I like that. Swedish Lena. I don't think I've been on the oh, I guess I have been on. I've been talking and talking. Up Mayo. Hey, Up Mayo. Good to see you. I'm coming in late. Audits in LA and Clearwater can't access their chat. I saw that. Something must be going on as elsewhere on YouTube chats are running smoothly. Yeah. Is it on the phone? Yeah, that's strange. Does anyone know more about this? Um, yeah, I don't know if it's a StreamYard problem or if it's YouTube connecting with their streaming service. I'm not sure because I saw Aaron having problem. Yeah, I think Laurie was having problems, Aaron was having problems, and Confident Chris also were having problems with it. And Sarasota Jerry, who's one of my favorites, he was standing next to Aaron and he said, "Oh, let me go into the chats." And he went to the chats on his phone and saw it fine. So it was just the creators. Yeah. Peggy, you really are a good person. Calling out certain behavior is okay because we're holding each other accountable. Yeah, thank you for that. I don't like to do it. I really don't. It's not something like, who can I hold accountable today? It's not like something I enjoy doing, but I'm passionate and protective of my friends and whatever people want to do in their little chatty chats, whatever, that's fine. Whatever people want to do on their channel, that's fine. But don't tell me what to do and don't come after my friends. And now those are my issues. Those are my issues. So Sinkay, oh my gosh, you are one of the most kind people I've ever met. Thank you, Sinkay. I can be very feisty. I can be very feisty. Oh, Stephen Britton just got here. What have I missed? Me saying that I can be very feisty, right, Steve? You know. Just stuff about censorship, stuff about interpretations of certain words. Yeah, you can do the squirrel speed if you want. Um, Amy, I'm not gonna pop that up, but, affirmative, affirmative, because I don't wanna be accused of being a gossip, but you know what? If things are true, they're true, right? Just like things like libel and slander, you know, don't do shitty things if you don't wanna be called out on it, I'm sorry. Don't lie to the public. That's all I have to say. And, if you are in a place of authority and you have some type of you know yeah, use clout. I hate to use the word clout because it's like so thrown around so much. um and you're asking the public for funds, then you should be held accountable where those funds go, and you should be asking questions. And I don't know a lot, guys. I don't know a lot about nothing. I don't know nothing about anything, but I do know a little bit about sorry, I can't even talk tonight, about the nonprofit sector. That's something I do know a little bit about, and yeah, um, I said something, and it's not always popular, and that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. Thank you, Linky Lou. Yes, I'm willing to talk about the hard things because I wasn't allowed to for the longest time. For the longest time, whoa, for the longest time. I say for the longest time all the time, and my kids will they actually can do harmonies and yeah, and they'll be bo 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 if you say goodbye to me tonight. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah, sorry. When I get nervous and my camera's shaking, when I get nervous or something, I just break out in a song. It just helps. Sharona, my Sharona. Speaking of breaking into song, SBTV isn't a membership group, it's a concept. Your channel is your channel. Glad to see you sticking up for yourself. Thank you. It's very hard. I'll admit, I was scared. I was scared to even bring this up. I was scared. And I'm not mentioning any names, and I'm not saying anybody has, ulterior motives about it. I thought about it for a few days after several people said this to me, and I was like, well, but the thing is, the people that said it to me really aren't people that I talk to all the time or that I confide in or that confide in me. It was more like, hey, you over there, we don't like what you're doing and we're on. And, it's just I think it's a little bit hypocritical to say like, oh, you're choosing sides when they're clearly choosing sides. And They're just trying to dictate and bite model, guys, bite model, number 1 is, behavior, and we're not in a cult. Information, not giving all the information, like, they don't have to, you know? Um, thought-stopping cliches, we're all in a family, we're all in a group. Well, keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on the goal. Don't let OSA win. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it because I think that everybody should be able to think for themselves and come to their own conclusions. And I do want to see Scientology go. It's like, do you want to see Scientology go down? Then shut up. I don't know. I don't think that doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me at all. So, and oh my goodness, this they're gonna be chattering about it, but I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's talk about sex, baby. Yeah, right. It's SECTS. Yes. If people want honest if people want honest to be nice, they need to behave accordingly. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Rosalind. I really try to be kind about it, but I try to be respectful, but, I don't know. It's like if you, are firm, I have called anybody names. I do joke about stuff because I don't know, it's just a way of coping, but hey, you're here. And, that's okay. Like, I'm glad and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people that do, and I'm not trying to create an echo chamber. If people disagree with me, I do really take into consideration. I do try to listen and, to have discretion. I haven't put things out there, that were private, but telling you if you say things in public and or come after my friends, not you, Rosalind, but you know what I mean, then yeah, once in a while, that mama bear thing comes out, and the mama bear thing is actually coming out for myself now too, which was really, really, really hard for me because I was told to, be discreet and quiet and gentle and submissive, which is precious in the sight of the Lord. I mean, who doesn't want to be precious in the sight of the Lord, right? So that's the kind of thing. Do you wanna do what's right? Do you wanna see Scientology go down? Yes, we do. Well, then you gotta follow our formula. Well, I don't know. Not necessarily, not necessarily. So, and that's what I think about that. A little inside joke. Well, no, she shared it. Kelly shared it, but so it's okay. So there. Oh my goodness, you guys. You can call me a meanie because then I won't be in an echo chamber. Poet. People with integrity usually fess up when they make a mistake. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, Aaron, with all of his faults, and he owns them, he admits it, he admits he done messed up sometimes, but he's honest, and honestly, I have had several conversations with him on the phone and on, StreamYard, backstage. He really is the same person that you see on screen. He really is, and he'll tell it like it is, for better or for worse, and I respect that. I do, and, people can call me Team Aaron. Well, yeah, I guess I am. If, Aaron did something terrible and was arrested or whatever, yeah, he did get arrested, but not he didn't do something terrible to get arrested, and he technically wasn't arrested or something happened, who knows? Um, but, yeah, then, you call it behaviors, right? I wouldn't call him a terrible person, but I would just say, "Hey, that's not cool," and I'm sure he would know and own it, so, yeah. Cinque, I learned YouTube, and I sent you a pic. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. Stephen Britton, there are also people who try to control others. First, they advise, then they criticize, then they attack, then they malign. Hmm. Yeah, what does that sound like? Cult, right? Oh, what is it? Always, never, always attack, never defend, right? Never defend, always attack. What was the royal family says, never complain, never explain, you know? Um, and this never apologize thing, yeah, you lose, you lose basically 3 of my channels, 6,000, people. I don't know, I think maybe just a little apology would go a long way, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, Cheryl, Florida is moist. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Even Sterling said that, that they should have apologized, and he feels like it's too late for them to apologize. So there, even Sterling said it, and he's like the nicest guy. So, I don't know why I'm walking on eggshells and dancing around, things, but yeah, yeah. Oh, one theory was well, yeah, but I think it was happening with, Laurie couldn't see her chat and neither could, uh, Confident Chris, so, yeah, so I guess it might be something, yep, um, Sharona, "I've left 2 chats I was involved in for many years because it got so bad. I hope I never have to do that again, especially in this community." Yeah, I hear ya. Feisty, Marilyn, oh, yeah. Never, not me, not me. Oh, Serge couldn't get his chat to work last night either. Darn it. You deleted your comment? Amy Lee, SP? I love that. Oh, yeah, they could only take super chat. That's the only ones they could read. I did see that. Yep, yep. I don't know nothing. That yep, you keep me on my toes, on my toes. You keep me on my toes. That means yeah. Hey, sometimes feisty is needed. Yes, I need to learn karate and be like, I know karate. Back off. Back off. Yeah, I've heard a lot of several things in the last few months. People sending me messages after, like, I'll be really feeling good about a stream, and really having a great day, and I'll come off like a really good stream, and somebody will message me that I know that I consider kind of a friend, and be like, great, and I'm not mentioning names, so I'm being discreet about this. I'm being discreet, guys. Great stream. Oh, thank you. But la 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 la. And then half hour later, I'm crying. And then I'm crying my pillow because I'm such a terrible person. And I'm not gonna let that happen anymore. I'm gonna think about it. And then if it doesn't resonate with me, um, I'm not really gonna, yeah. Like if it isn't true, forget about it. Forget about it. Anon 4. I'm confused. Please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not criticizing you at all. Okay. But you just said people can do whatever they want with their channels. But at the same time, you're saying certain people need to do a vid. I didn't say anybody needs. Did I say somebody needs to do a video? Had to do a. Can you Am I misunderstanding? I'm not sure. No, I'm not taking it as a that's why I put it up. No, I like it. I like, people wanting me to clarify and challenging it. Please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not criticizing. You said people can yes, I do believe people can do what they want with their channels. Sometimes you're saying certain people need to do a bit I'm not sure I know what you mean. Do you mean I'm saying people should retract things that they say in public that are lies? Yeah. I'm not saying they have to do it in a video. I'm just saying people can do what they want with their channels. And I didn't sign anything saying that I wouldn't speak out and speak the truth when I see it. So yeah. No, everybody, just stay in your lane. You know what I mean? Don't tell me what to do with my channel. I won't tell them what to do with theirs. But I do have the right to, and people have the right to me too. They could say, you know, Marilyn's video last night was terrible. That's okay. That's their right. That's their right. And I don't mind. Hey, hey, sweetheart. Good to see you. Diane Eddix. Hi, Marilyn. Love you. It's a great subject matter. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You, Diane Eddix, are an inspiration to me. And yeah. And don't make me cry. So good to see you. Thank you so much for your support, all your wisdom and your bearing with me. Yeah, thank you so much um for being here too. Everyone saying hi? Yes, Marisa. That's Marisa. Yeah. And she has a channel, Diane Addicts, and it's amazing. And she's I'm sure she'll tell you she's not beholden to anybody. She just does her thing. And we have fellow creators that are friends of ours. I have friends here, but and I do believe that just because you seem to be, people are part of a movement, part of an effort to see abusive stop, don't always agree. And they don't have to be part of a group or a family or like I don't like that. That just makes me feel icky. Like keep it in the family, keep it behind lines, back lines, back of the house. That just sounds very uh cloak and dagger and stuff. Like, no, I'm not. I'm more open. I'm more open than that. So that's not my jam. If it's somebody else's jam, that's fine. And they just, don't tell me what to do. I won't tell you what to do. And if you see I'm saying something in public that's bad, you can say something about it. Just don't come and tell me how I gotta think because I'm not. Yeah, I think you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't want to beat a dead horse here. So right. Constructive, respectful disagreement is okay. Divisive hate attacks are not. Right. Yeah. I haven't, you know, like I said, aired people's dirty laundry. I haven't gone and called them names. Yeah, that's not my style, but I do get a little feisty sometimes. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Oh, cricket. I personally love spicy outspoken Maz. Yeah, thank you, honey. I love Maz. That's so funny. Yeah, yeah. They can F off into the forever. Yeah, I can't wait to see Reese tomorrow. It's gonna be so much fun. She's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna talk about shame. Talk about cults and how they shame people, particularly women, to control us, and how we're liberated. you know, we're out here on the internets. Yeah. So, oh, Lori plays. Yes. Hey, Lori. Lori plays loving your channel, even waiting hours for your live. I know. I was like, she's live. Yay. I know. It was amazing. Yeah, Lori, people were talking about the chats tonight. I think you had some problems seeing the chats except for this. I think people were seeing the super chats, the creators, but not they were having problems reading it. And some people were speculating maybe it was because Aaron's phone got kicked. But I think Confident Chris had some problems, and I wasn't sure if you did because I was watching so many streams tonight, and my brain is like mush, so I couldn't remember. Yeah. Sophia, be discreet for the unity of the family gets me in hives. Heard it too often with the expectation of lying being the expected reaction. Didn't play that game then already. Yeah. Yeah. And that's kind of my experience as well. To just, there were things that happened, in my childhood that, were not good, and I was told to be quiet, and that the word discreet and, quiet, gentle spirit, submission, that was always, used with that, so and like I said, in the real world, discreet's not a bad word, discretion is good, it's a good thing, but if you're using certain words and certain concepts to get people to do your bidding or to get people to be quiet and silent and do what you want them to do, that's not my bag. It's not my jam. So, yeah, we don't wanna tell people how to think. Don, don't burn Maryland's biscuits, y'all. Hit that like button. Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Aaron is great. He's consistent and has integrity. Yeah, he's honest, if nothing else. And like I said, and I'm sure like Laurie, you've met him in person. Cheryl, you've met him in person. I've talked to him several times on the phone, and and a StreamYard, on video, and he really is the same person as he is on screen, you know? It was the very first time he called me, I was like, wow, he totally has the same, mannerisms. Yeah, it's what you see is what you get, and I like that. That's what I like. Yes, it's the royal family. Never complain, never explain. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do good with that silence. I bow down with Kerrygold butter to those biscuits. Yes. And somebody made this made my week, guys. Someone actually made a username that was, burnt biscuits, and I didn't even realize it till I popped it on the screen. I was like, "Oh, hi, burnt biscuit." That just made me feel great. I thought that was awesome. Oh, Streets was having the problem too? Last night. Oh, that's right. I think somebody mentioned that. Yeah. Mm. Oh, no. Sharona, my mom burnt the bottom of her biscuits this morning. She had no idea why she got such a bad case of the giggle. I got the I did burn I made biscuits choice this week, and it was just mix. It was, the power cakes, Kodiak power cakes, because 'cause it's got some protein in it and stuff, and, I made, like, some nice toasty ones for the short that I did. If anyone hasn't seen it, you'll get a good laugh. It was, yeah, it was very cheeky, very feisty, and, yeah, I made some biscuits, like, don't burn my biscuits, but they weren't burnt, and then I really did burn some yesterday, but they're actually really good. I didn't burn them, but they were dark brown. They were toasty, very extra, extra toasty. So, hmm, odd. Miss Sunrise Dawn says, odd that the chat issues were happening in Clearwater and Hollywood. Could it be because they were on their phones? Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure about that. Oh, Jessica gonna get her chat to work either. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if it's YouTube or I'm I doubt they all use, the same, like, StreamYard. There's other ones that people use, like Restream, things like that. It seems like it was everyone who were on their phones, everyone that were on their computers didn't seem to have a problem with seeing their chats. Hmm, interesting. Oh, am I way behind? Dianetics has great content, absolutely. Oh, philosophy, great to see you. Good to see you. Oh, thinking of my friend Doug. Yep. Creepy bee, there you are. Hi, everyone. I'm waiting on my first grandbaby. She's on her way. Mom is okay. They started Pitocin. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. Let us know. Oh, wow. That is wild. Peggy, when people tell me what to do or give me those shitty thought terminating cliches, I tune out and stop talking to them. Seriously, don't tell me what to do or say. Yeah, yeah. I I agree with that. Yeah, good luck. Good luck to mom, baby. Absolutely. Awesome. Cricket. Oh, Dianetics is a freaking bomb. Yes, she is. Talk about giving no fucks and refusing to censor herself. The woman has balls so big they had to be put on her chest to prevent chafing. I have respect for that. I do. I do. And you know what? I don't want to be in the family of the club. I really don't. I want to be one of those like wild Jezebel freaks. I'm not calling her a Maurice, I'm not saying you're a wild Jezebel freak. I am, and I wanna be more of one. Because, yeah, it's no fun, it's no fun being, always just worried about, "Oh, am I gonna step out of line? Am I gonna offend, the powers that be?" There really aren't any powers that be. There really shouldn't be. There really shouldn't be any powers that be. And, if they don't like what I say, then they don't have to associate with me. It's all good. It's all good. Brenda, hey, Brenda. I'm not sure who said what to upset you, but what you think Do what you think is right, and that's all anyone can do. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, all of a sudden for Cheryl, she was streaming in portrait. Really? That's interesting. I don't know if I said anybody had to address anything on their oh, I think maybe you know what okay. All right. Yeah, let's talk about this. And on 4, I think that's where I'm confused. Calling someone out is one thing, and I agree with doing that. But if you're also saying they need to address it on their channel, that isn't telling them what to do with their channel. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Um, I think in one and I'm gonna have to for context, I'm gonna have to bring it up, and I hate to, like I said, just bring up the past all the time, but in one instance, I think if you're using your personal channel to speak as a director, as a board member of a public charity, the Aftermath Foundation is not a private foundation; it's a public charity. And the reason I know that is because I was told by one of the board members that they filed a postcard 990 the first several years because they didn't make 500 the 50,000 threshold. That is basically tells me that it's a public charity and not a private foundation, which usually is a family foundation or requires like some type of endowment. So I'm 90 something percent sure that it's public charity. So you have public charity, you're on the internet, you're asking for public funds. You're putting it out there to raise money. Then you're using your private channel to speak as a board member. I think you should use either the your channel or the nonprofit channel to retract things that really made a lot of the stakeholders, which is the public, go running and not support anymore. So yeah, I mean they don't have to. I'm not telling them they have to, but the fact that they didn't cause some consequences. So I don't care. They don't have to. They don't have to. And I don't have to watch them. And I don't have to support them. I'm not saying I don't support the Aftermath Foundation. I do. I think that it's a good thing. I think that they do very good work, but I don't agree with how that situation was handled. So I've done plenty of commentary on it. If you want to look at my channel, there is a whole stream that I did on nonprofits and can't remember. It's got nonprofit in the name. So I don't want to keep reiterating that part. What I'm talking about tonight is my being told that I need to stop publicly speaking about things that were said in public. That's all I'm saying. I don't, it's fine. If the thing about, a certain fundraiser in a certain country across a certain pond, I've already talked about that too. So I don't really want to, you know, belabor that issue as well. I did talk to Aaron about it. He did pretty much a 30-minute or more commentary on that to my one question, and that is uh, that is a Ask an SP on his channel that I did with him about a week and a half ago. So yeah, but I'm not. I don't have a problem with you asking that. I think it's a good question, and I'm glad you asked it. I'm glad you asked it. Paris Cashin, hey there. Transparency is key. Honestly, builds and keeps community, and more importantly, admitting when mistakes were made really is appreciated since it's so rare. Yeah, yeah. And on four. Not saying I disagree with either thing. That's okay. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. And if you have any follow-up questions, I'm happy to take those as well. And I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to clarify because that was a good question. Where I am trying to use discretion is not I've been called on the carpet for calling people out. I'm trying not to throw a lot of names around, but I've done, like I said, I have spoken out about it already. So Marilyn, you need to knit a burnt biscuit. I know I'm getting a reputation of just always being pissed off, but yeah, it's all good fun. It's like my biscuits aren't burnt all the time, but maybe I held it in for so long that my biscuits were starting to burn. Yeah, they were starting to get toasty. And my biggest burnedest biscuits are against Scientology. And yesterday morning, I think I did a stream, was it yesterday morning? About Timothy C. Tallman, the very bad cop. And I said my biscuits are burning because they were. They were. He burned my biscuits. Scientology burns my biscuits. And that's what I want to focus on. But it's not that I can't say other things too. So that's the thing. It's just the thought stopping cliches of like, don't let us win, don't do this, don't do this. Like I'm not about that. Not about that. So Farrell Cheryl, Aaron is exactly the same as you see in a screen. Yep. Yep. Cat Andy, wow, never get to join a live during my lunch break. Are you in Australia? Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Oh, did I see Seal Bill? Hey, Seal Bill, are you late for muster? I think I saw you say that. Did I skip you over you? Seal Bill. I know Aaron calls you Seal Bilf, and I call you Seal Bilf. Yep. Shakespeare is the OG boss man. Yeah. Cricket. As my mom always says, better late than pregnant. Better late than never, better late than pregnant. Gotcha, gotcha. Am I still way behind, guys? A little bit. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think I get it, but I'm not sure what is meant by burn my biscuit. It's just things that burn my biscuits are usually just injustices or things that just make me like go, oh, that makes me mad, And instead of saying a bunch of, obscenities, I just like that burns my biscuits. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I say. Um I hope that made a little bit of sense. Spicy moms. There are a lot of spicy moms. And even if they're not moms, there's like a lot of spicy chicks in here. Speaking of, I haven't seen Hef. I think she's not feeling too well tonight. So if she's listening, lots of love to the inappropriate Hef. We love her. Love her. Love her. If you see this replay, we miss you, Hef. Oh, yes. Good. That is a great idea. Yep. Marlene. Xenu Marlene. Poor Doug. Absolutely. Let me find it. There we go. I have tea tonight, but I might break out like a something, a little glass of wine or something. If Crick, are you going on later? Oh, later would be soon if you have your regulars. So yes, cheers everybody. Thinking of you, Doug. We love you, Doug. Yeah. Miss you, Doug. And he was another one that really didn't he did have the SPTV logo up sometimes, but he wasn't part of a family or group. He was like, as far as we were concerned, like I felt like he was a good friend. And he had a community within a community. And I don't think that's necessarily anything wrong with that, you know? And he wasn't worried about what people thought. He really wasn't. So how could you have not watched Blackadder? I haven't seen a lot of stuff. I don't know who you're talking to, but yeah. What's going on? Oh, well, it's kinda started with the TikTok crew, getting their TikToks removed. So and then we started talking about, censorship and, uh, just the word discreet and a bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff. Suma said Aaron said a few times that no one should be in charge of the channels. Yeah. And if someone tells me you can't be my friend, or nobody has, but if it was sort of like an ultimatum, like if you want me to talk to you, you have to do XYZ, then you know, no skin off my nose. I don't know. Like it's like, okay, well then you're not really a good friend then if you're, making me change who I am. So and I'm for it. That's fair. I think I understand a little bit better now. Thank you. You're welcome. And like I said, I did do some streams on it. And the one that says nonprofit, I think it was in When was it, guys? November? I can't even remember now. November, early December? Yeah, I think it was late November, around Thanksgiving-ish. I did a stream on nonprofits. So, yeah, I hear you, philosophy. I'm trying to be discreet and not put a lot of stuff on the screen, but yeah, I hear you. I hear you. That's okay. Um, Anon. Yeah. But I wanted to provide, some context for it. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm glad you asked it. Again, gave me an opportunity to explain. So totally meant in fun. Totally meant in fun. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down, scrolling down. I like this. Yeah, that makes sense. And on for it. I think there is a fine line between expressing what we think about people's actions and telling them what to do. Discussion is good, but instruction isn't. Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah. And telling someone they're creating division when you're kind of digging in and creating your own type of division is not, I don't know. I feel like there's some, and I'm gonna say it, some virtue signaling going on. Um, and Aaron brought it up on that stream that we did the last time we did a stream. And just because you're saying something a little nicer doesn't mean that Scientology is going to take. If you say Scientology's got to go, but you say it in a nice way, you're still saying Scientology's got to go. Who's how one person say one thing works and one thing doesn't? We all have our different styles, and so what? Just do what you want to do. Yeah. Um, if I said, fuck you, um, that's not very nice. If I say fuck you with a cherry on top, is that make it nicer? Is that make it nice all of a sudden? I don't think so. Probably not. It might sound nicer, but still says the same thing, doesn't it? Yep. Susan P., you have every right to question something that you don't feel is right. Every other creator has done it. I've never disagreed with you. They need to be accountable for what they do. And it's okay if you disagree, but thank you for that, Susan. But and if you do disagree, please tell me because I don't mind. I don't mind constructive criticism. I just don't like the backlines family thing of like, you really shouldn't have or what? What, or what? I don't get that. That's not cool. So yeah, that's my biscuits. Pet peeves, annoyances. Yeah. I think where I got that from was I don't know if it was the first Toy Story, the Pixar film Toy Story, you know what I'm talking about. And there's what's his name? Pete something. What's his name? Something Pete and Prospector Pete. And his bottom, his pants were on fire. His butt was on fire, and he's like, "My biscuits are burning." So I think that's where I got it from. I just thought that's funny. Oh, poor Hef. Feel better. Yes. If you watch this replay, we love you. Feel better. I'm going past the toke and the smoke. Yep. Paris Cashin. I believe if a creator who got 95% of his audience through this community and begs for money to help a specific foundation needs and keeps it for himself with no receipts and thinks we'll forget. Yeah. Yep. You said it, not me. Just kidding. And I know a lot of channels just our bigger channels, they don't read a lot of the comments. And I do. I do allow a lot of commentary. I do allow a lot of input. And that's just my style. It's just my style. And yeah, um, I don't really consider it gossip if it's just truth. And like we have lots of streams that we talk about cults and Scientology and all that. And I think that we still are. We're still, I am just saying what I stand for. And the thing about the TikTok stuff, I was looking up what's censorship, and trying, and a lot of times I think out loud and talk to you guys like you're my friends. So I'm like, what do you guys think about that? Oh yeah, help me to see a different angle, you know? So that's what I do. Purple Groovy. Hey, Marilyn, do you think Doug would have been hanging out with a TikToker on Hollywood Boulevard? Xenu Doug. Yeah, I don't know. I really can't speak for him. I definitely know he'd have an opinion about it. I think he would have thought it was a good thing. I don't know if that was his style. I honestly don't know. I don't pretend to speak for him, but I definitely would have asked him about it. Some people say, what would Jesus do? What would LRH do? What would Ron do? Yeah, I wonder sometimes what he would have done. I think he would be very happy to see this because he spoke out about the old guard and about, yeah, a lot of stuff. And I think he would be happy to see like just a fresh, life being breathed into this movement. I think he'd be excited about it. Yeah. Oh, hey, yep, I'm still here. We're winding down, winding down, and, I didn't see a definitive answer from our friend Craig, but, if you, are still awake, I think what, in a half an hour? I'm gonna try to scroll down. Um, but, going down, going down. Is Crick still here? Anyways, her channel is at Chow Smut. She goes on usually around 2 p.m., 2 a.m., which would be like in a half an hour Eastern. And she has this little chat with like we call ourselves the dirty stay ups. And yeah, we have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. She is a blast. And sometimes she's got like upwards of 30 or more people in there. It's so much fun. Did you talk to Doug every day? Sounds like you were pretty close. Not every day. Some weeks we would talk several times. Usually, on average, I'd say once a week for about oh geez, July. Yeah, about I don't know, between 4 and 6 months. Sometimes it would be, just checking in, and then sometimes we would talk for, like, 5, 6 hours, sometimes all night, depending on what was going on. We did, I think only a total of 3 streams together, but we had, like, a series that we were working on and doing a lot of notes and things, but yeah, like, I did watch him for a solid year before that, and it doesn't sound like, "Oh, we weren't friends for 30 years," like Marisa. Marisa, was friends with him for many years and had known him for many years, so oh, good, okay. Ricky said she'll likely be on shortly after you finish. Oh, you're still here. Okay, honey. Okay. Is, Sunrise Dawn is still in here? Oh, thank you so much. Come join us. Yes, thank you. That's Crick's channel. And if you go over and hit the subscribe button and the little bell, she doesn't usually schedule her streams ahead of time. But when he's on because it'll go "Wing," and it'll say she's on. So definitely check it out, guys. So we've got 60 people in here. If 2/3 of the people check it out, that'll be 40 people. So and definitely go over there and subscribe and like her stream. And if you can hit the like button here, that would be awesome too. That would be awesome. Oh, did I miss stuff? I can't stand passive aggressive people who speak in an indirect way. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I mean sometimes I try to be tactful or like I can't find the words, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. So, oh, good night, Steven. Good to see you. Yeah. I yeah, I agree with that. Alright, I don't like spilling personal beans. I'm always offending, so I try my best to avoid it. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about too, is like there's plenty of things that people tell me that confide in me, I definitely would never, speak out about. The things that I'm speaking out in public are just things that were done in public or said in public that, um And I'm not rushing to say it, but after a while, sometimes I do. And, yeah, I think there's a difference. I think it's good to just talk about these different concepts because they're things that we can apply and see every day, and relate to. So, I think Doug would have liked them. I think he thought he would think they were cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Laura. I like that's why like I don't talk about politics on my channel and I do talk about religion just because I was in a religious like a fundamental religion with that which led me to a cult. But as far as like I think anybody can believe what they want, have their own opinions, have their own political opinions, have their own opinions about what SBTV is, what channels should do, but this kind of weird, virtue signaling and just saying you can't speak or I don't know. That doesn't really jive well with me. So, I did sit on it for a long time, and when I started speaking, yeah, I did get some pushback, but I also got a lot of support too. So, um, it's not the thrust or focus of my channel, but if something like I don't have a good poker face, guys. So if my biscuits are burning, you usually know. You usually know. And usually my biscuits are burning about cults. Usually I'm getting upset. I get upset about and just annoyed with cults. So I don't think he would have like the TikTokers are gone there. Yeah, I don't know if he would have gone on. I don't know. It's hard to say. I definitely think, oh, we're gonna save the night meds for Crick. She always reminds us. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, he would've maybe supported the movement, but I don't know. I don't know if I would see him on Hollywood Boulevard protesting. I don't know. It's hard to say. And I know he wouldn't want me to speak for him anyways, and I wouldn't do that. Thank you. Yes, like and subscribe. That would be amazing. Thanks so much. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Yes, she just jumped over and subscribed. Thanks for the heads up. Yes, just check her out. She's so much fun. Yeah. Head over to, if you're still awake, and wanna be a dirty stay up, just stay up and, check out Cricket. Oh, this is a really good point, Sue Moss. We all come from so many different countries with different backgrounds, so there are a lot of varying viewpoints, and that's okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a really good point. There's been, like, there's been talk about different words meaning different things, and that some things can be offensive in certain countries and not others, and, Kelly and I joke about it, about, like, I tell you, some of these, very respectable, adorable, UK, young ladies, throw around the C word like like it's a Tuesday morning, right? And, but there's other certain words that, that, like, certain people use a lot, that were okay in Scientology that are super offensive over in the UK, so but, yeah, it's just that's just funny about the sewer. I was just like, "Oh," I was like, I usually save that. I don't really say that word. Yeah, pretty wild. Okay, Andy, headed back to work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, I saw something I wanted to something with emojis. Oh, uh, a funny Luce. Lucy. Mommy, why do you always watch AA Ron? Lucy. Cause he spills all the best tea. Me. Oh, Lucy said that? Oh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness. He spills all the best tea. Yeah, he really keeps up on all the news, and he's funny and he's entertaining and he's not boring and he's not afraid to speak up. So, yeah, I agree with that. It's hard to say if Doug would go, "Yeah, I know. I don't know." Must be, yes, Maryland, Australians and some of us Kiwis use the C word way a bit too liberally. Yeah. Cookie Monster, AKA Cookie Monster. Um, CO Belt, it offends me when people call me a musty grundle. Maybe that was okay in Scientology, but not here, a musty grundle? A cotton-headed ninny muggins? Yeah. Sharona, that last Marlene/Zeno really toasted my oats. We'll just listen till the end of the stream. I made up toasted my oats. It sounded good to explain how I'm feeling. There we go. Yeah. We can toast, I think, Feral Cheryl toasts her what do you are you still in here, Feral Cheryl? Your biscuit your crumpets? I can't remember if it was crumpets or what's the other scones? Toasted your scones? Uh, Laura Font, I don't have a poker face either. Keyboarding saves my ass so often. Type, retype, delete. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, if you see me, like, rolling my eyes and, like, trying to think and squeaking, then you know I'm really trying to choose my words, or I'm trying to find a word because I got that brain fog going on, you know? Oh, Luciana. Oh, that's beautiful. Lucy, because I like to make I like to make it complicated. Why not? Why not? Yeah. Sophia, like I say to people sometimes in my country that's big on free speech, we kind of have different history, and that means certain words are chosen ignorance, a lack of awareness. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you live in Germany. I totally understand that, and yeah, yeah, and that's why like I said, I'm honest with you guys. Like for some reason, discreet is not is a trigger word for me, but it's not really a bad word, and I'm just learning. I'm just learning, you know? Don't call me late. We always said supper. Don't call me late for dinner. You can call me Monica. You can call me anything you want. Just don't call me late for supper. Good to see you back out. Good to see you. The fog is real. Yeah, sometimes I'm just looking for words. Looking for words in all the wrong places. You looking for words. Poet has no problem with that. Brenda, kindness goes a long way. Absolutely. Absolutely. Philosophy. Yes, your weird American biscuits. That's what we call cookies, like our scones or crumpets. Okay. Yeah. Zena Marlene. Oh my goodness, again? We call cookies biscuits. Yeah. Peace be the journey. Hey there. Hey. So I am gonna go over to at Chow Yun Smut's channel. I think I might have a banner. And if I have any mods in the chat, if you could do me a favor and put her link in. If anybody's still up and you want to join the dirty stay ups over at Chow Yun Smut. Well, this is her Gmail, but that's how you spell it. Chow Yun YUN Smut with one T. So it's at Chow Yun Smut. You can find it if you want to check it out. That'd be really fun. And yeah. So any more last words? Shula, gee, I hate when people call me young lady. I'm not young and I'm certainly not a lady. So there, right. Yeah. That can feel a little bit maybe belittling or yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Thank you so much. Yeah, so there's the link. She should be on pretty soon. Oh, crisps and chips. Yeah. Chips or fries in the UK. I don't know. Yes, I think so. Yep. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, for better or worse, so that happened. So that happened. I just wanted to come on because I didn't do a morning musings this morning. I didn't I'm not going to do one tomorrow because I'll be on with Reese and just wanted to touch base and we had some midnight musings. When the thing happened with TikTok, I started thinking about, the whole idea of censorship and brought in something that I've been amusing about. So great to see you, and hopefully I'll see you over at Crickets if you're still awake. So, Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Have a good night.